Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and get the newer version earlier, then you can go through Patreon, because you could have played this version about a month ago instead of today. That's why I'm recording it, because it's out. So, on the last Let's Play, we continued Max's route, where we were tempted to go fix the gun, but we went, no, we have to save Cooper. So we flew out here, went to the rescue of Cooper and Dandelion and some couple of other dogs, and then got into a bit of a fight with some monsters, was almost dead, but then Dandelion here actually knows how to fight. And he just saved our knots. Ooh. So I'm gonna make my face in, the right stuff. And start. Clover land Grover, of your showboat can, the cold pilter, cloud pilter. 2699. Dandelion, I don't know the numbers. Dandelion stands a couple of dozen meters away, with both of his hands submerged into the rock below. He glows in a bright green magical hue, and I notice the faint stream of energy between him and the halberd. I blink in confusion. But that's just the presentation model. The original looks prettier and has powerful enhancements. If you're considering a purchase, I could... Dandelion, watch out! Just when I'm about to rush at him to help him against an approaching monster, a stone polearm breaks, and the steel-impaled flying beast falls right on my back. Pressed under its sheer weight, I can feel the creature bleeding profusely over my neck, and its weakening wings spasm. I bash it with my elbow, but it's not enough to make it let go. With the very last of its strength, it claws into my lower back. And the furious gurgling of stinking breath reaches the back of my head. The rock by my side booms and cracks with a sudden impact, and the monster on top of me explodes in a splash of gore from the force, not unlike a clean strike from a battering ram. As pieces of the body fall off me, I find it impossible to stand back up through the deep wounds all over my back. I can't even muster enough strength to look up. I heave in pain, trying and failing to focus enough willpower to absorb mana. I need to get up. I have to, or else... And then, something heavy lands on my hurting back. It makes my wounds itch and burn terribly. But then, I experience a feeling of indescribable relief and bliss coursing through my whole body. The warmth of a campfire in the freezing blizzard, a bath of cold oasis water in the desert, all of those feelings and more at the same time. In a state of that unnatural dazedness, I finally look up and see Cooper as he stands one step away from me, resting the tip of his metal club on my back. Without even looking at me, he pours and burns a charge of Surian mana through it into me, closing my wounds and reinvigorating me. It's not like anything I've ever experienced before. Burry is an amazing healer, but the way he does it feels very pragmatic, methodical, and straight to the point. Cooper's healing is like having my soul cradled in something pure and caring, enveloping me with warmth and peace. A bright stream of goodness resting deep within the very being soul. The feeling of absolute serenity, long forgotten since the days of one's early childhood. Yes, it's exactly like that. Forgive me for that moment of weakness, human. That was unsightly of me. Oh, so that's the type of, club? Oh no. He's freaking cool. Oh no, he's hot. I think I may be having a crush. Well, he can crush me later. No problem at all. There's even more of them coming. A whole pack. They're running away from the big one. Can you two still fight? I pick up my weapon and stand up. I nod. Dandelion is already with us. Yes, I can totally fight. Healing the Surian mana doesn't recover lost blood, but luckily Cooper's closed my wounds before it could get serious. I'm still good to go. However, Cooper himself, he refuses to look at me, so I can't judge his expression. So I can tell he's really pushing himself. He's lost so much more blood than me. Even if he keeps patching himself up with mana, he must be in a state most dogs would pass out. He has such incredible willpower, but who knows how much more strength he can spare before he straight up dies on his feet. I can, but you really shouldn't get yourself hurt any more than you already have, Cooper. See? That's what I've been saying this whole time. But it's true that we can't just leave those dogs. Nobody dies tonight. Did we already do that part where we attempted to save the dogs in the garden? If you fight with unity and purpose, nobody will. Good point, Cooper. We should do pack mentality right now. That's a great idea, O human of limited braininess. I'm able to connect with Cooper easily to summon his gear for him, so you two seasoned warlords will no doubt effortlessly connect as well. And let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Human has a very important role, you see, and would it be easier to perform with pack mentality? No, it would not. But shh. Human, listen. You can give us any mana we want. Isn't that correct? Yes, as long as I must sustain mana vision, I can aim at specific body parts to get the mana I want. We have big sleds, 4 drunk dogs, 2 wounded ones, and 2 useless drunk town guards. Give me 2 more charges of Surian mana and as many Ungate ones as you can find, and we will all reach shelter safely. That's a tall order. Is that too much? Not at all. I'll do anything for you, Cooper. Don't have another nosebleed. I mean, no, sir. You are in charge. Whatever your plan may be, I'll put my whole faith in it. Thank you. You see, I once herded a flock of freshwater sheep across the borderlands, so they shared with me the secrets of rousing the metabolism of others. So that's why the Ungate man I can, Anyway, you, my rat dog savior. Yes! Please, just continue doing what you do best. Showing off my exclusive wares? Exactly. Every spark of rodent mana is for you to wield and support us with. And I'll use all you don't need. So feline, avian, and canine are all mine. Cooper nods. We listen to the stampede of approaching monsters as we raise our weapons and brace ourselves for the incoming fight. Lives of all those defenseless dogs are in our hands now. Brothers, protect the pack. Well, there's our thumbnail. Cooper rushes right at the first monster, a lanky beast with a rat-like tail covered in dark gray feathers. He jumps and jabs between... Sorry, sometimes get a little emotional. He jumps and jabs between the eyes of the tip of his staff, pushing it onto the ground. Without causing actual damage, he must be trying to prepare it for me to strike it. Unfortunately, there is neither blue nor purple light across its body, so I shout to Cooper to kill it, while I run at another one. With a large snout, he makes a fast circle with the creature's head and then smashes its brain against the rocks, releasing a charge of rodent mana for Dandelion. Seeing how more of the beasts climb onto our cliff, I shout to Cooper to focus on killing instead of immobilizing, or else we could get overwhelmed. I leave it to Cooper and Dandelion to control the enemy influx and give me support, while I jump from monster to monster, searching for the mana we need. With another monster dying shriek, once more a charge of rodent mana gets released, giving Dandelion a chance to shield me from the assault at my back. I see a stream of purple light at the side of a horned beast's neck. I instantly strike to release it, and Cooper breaks its spine a second later. The first minute of our fight is rough. We have never fought together, and that shows through multiple life-threatening missteps. There's a lot of shouting. Dandelion panics and almost hurts me at one point. Among the three of us, only Cooper is a professional warrior, struggling to make up for mine and Dandelion's clumsiness. However, with each attack, defense, retreat, and support, we start to build a sort of rhythm to our shared fight. With Cooper's battle experience and our willingness to follow his lead, we start to weave our unity. There's a part of me that finds a positive thrill in battle. The team battles like these are some of the most exciting experiences, as long as we click. And slowly, through even more mistakes and way too close calls, we kinda do. We may have haphazardly seemed assembled pack, but a surprisingly balanced one. Even tired and weakened, Cooper is a beast in combat. When a monster is about to bite my arm, he gags it with a teeth-shattered jab of his heavy weapon, and he jumps over the beast, breaking its neck with a full twist. Encouraged by the praises from me and Cooper, Dandelion starts being even more creative with this masterful use of rodent mana. While at first he was purely focused on defending us from surprise attacks, he eventually starts aiding us in putting down problematic enemies by restraining their movements. And at one point he summons a long blunt stone construction to propel Cooper into the air so he can swat down a flying monster trying to flee after an attack. I always thought it was pretty good using rodent mana. I was pretty good, but witnessing Dandelion's tricks really opens my mind up to all the possibilities I didn't even know were possible. Every stone structure he summons takes the form of something he keeps in his rodent holding seal, but instead of actually finishing withdrawing, he kind of stops the process in the middle. And he does that at distance? How? I have to make him teach me how to do that, how to do all of that. One after another, we fell monster after monster, releasing mana we need for attacking, defending, and slow but steady preparation for the execution of Cooper's plan. I notice he absorbs mana not only into his own body, but also stores a lot of it inside of his weapon. The metal staff flares up with a striking purple hue of maybe 3 full charges of ungulate mana. We seem to have resisted the biggest wave of assault for the time, but it's still far from being safe. Right when we think we've reached the moment of respite, Dandelion doesn't notice a blood-smeared, bulky beast jumping at him over one of the monster bodies we just felled a moment ago. He shouts, and both me and Cooper jump right at it from both sides, slashing and crushing the creature to death in the nick of time. as he pants over the monster's massacred remains, pinning it to the blood-soaked frozen rock. My shoulder leans against Cooper's armor. He's so much more taller than me, so impressive and powerful. I can't help but admire him and be thankful for his dedication and protection in this grave crisis. And I'm even more glad about him keeping his promise to take care of his body. Though he combined the effort with the whole team, through the combined effort of the whole team, Cooper hasn't suffered any new bleeding wounds through the battle so far. Still, he isn't a machine. He still gets tired. When I look up at him, I can feel his hot, tired breath on my face. He keeps panting with his tongue out, and he seems dazed for a moment. It takes him a few more seconds to finally notice my face in front of his. I smile and want to ask him if he's okay. But then I feel a weak blast of magical cold breeze as he loses hold of the charges of Surian mana he's held inside. Did he reach his personal mana capacity limit? I can't lose any more time. Let's retreat closer to the Huskies before more monsters come. Yes! Let's. Cooper storms right back towards the dogs, reabsorbing the lost mana charge along the way. Dandelion and I follow right behind him, scanning for any further monster activities. I catch reigniting the white spark in one of the fallen one's eyes, so I immediately rush at it and massacre its head with a few strong kicks and swing of my weapon. Dandelion is more focused on scanning the skies and the fields below. He's been using a weird black wired black wire tool to look through, too big for his small head. Two connected looking tubes. I wonder if it's something like Thistle had in his ancient cane. I feel the remains of foreign mana sizzling at my body, and there's definitely a charge of Surian and ungulates I can absorb and bring for Cooper. I attract and store them inside me. But as I continue to run towards the dogs, I suddenly lose feeling in my limbs. My vision goes dark, and I have a heart attack. Human, wake up! Human! I'm small. Are you okay? We should have our great shepherd patch you up again. No, I'm fine. I just got tired. You fainted and fell on your face. That's not normal. Don't worry, really, it's not like the first time. I already lost consciousness 4 times today. Dude, that's not normal! Although, usually, they had colorful dreams too. I wonder why not this time. You really should get checked, human. Yeah, I will. Whereas, I look around, still dazed, looking for the whereabouts of Cooper. As my senses and awareness come back to me, I start noticing elevated voices of other dogs. I see a few of the sled huskies already back on their feet, and whimpering about something. I scramble towards them, with Dandelion right by my side. I finally notice Cooper's bare feet. He's lying down on the ground, with the other dogs hop around him in panic. Oh no. What happened? Human, what are you... Why does the monster in the distance look exactly like that body from Lake Marsdebrook? Never mind that. What happened to Cooper? We don't know. There's blood all over him, but he himself isn't bleeding anywhere. I woke up with his healing hands on my cheeks, and then he just collapsed. I'm guessing he burnt mana to burn off the alcohol on the dogs. He was really struggling through it all, but he wouldn't give up until the last of his huskies was up and running again. Then leaves these two boys still drunk and stuck. Like, seriously, how... I don't think it gets stuck that long. What are we gonna do? Where are we even? If you don't get yourself blind drunk like a 13-year-old pup, you would know. Okay, I do that too, so yeah. Except, oop, double clicked. Exactly. Wick and I had to protect your smelly butt until the shepherd came. That wasn't even my idea. It was Izzy who said we should go away from the crowds. And now look what that's done. Don't put this all on me. We're a team. We do everything together. And I mean everything. If you ever had a problem with that, why didn't you bring it up with Audie? He's the leader. You boys, I swear. I hate the monsters. Okay, Rouse just looked on YouTube or something for husky screaming noise. Oh, whoa! Oh, whoa! Ah! Yes, they're definitely huskies. I don't know, a louder or more dramatic canine clan. I can see a bit of root in them. Except they are definitely sled dogs, no warriors. All of them wearing sets of professional harnesses over their torsos, or bondage gear, and nothing else. I'm very worried about Cooper. I knew he was running on vapors all this time, and I expected him to collapse sooner or later. I actually seen him on the ground, lifeless. It still takes us by surprise. Fills with great dread. He's still alive, right? I don't know how long I started at the motionless Cooper. How long I stared? But before I was able to gather myself, someone else did. I see Dandelion trying to kick a wooden crate off the sleds. However, he's too weak and he hurts his foot. Seems like he might have a splint or two. So instead, he pushes the crate with all of his strength. With his little body, it drops onto the cold stone. Then he proceeds to kick the bottles and small baskets away, clearing the sled from unnecessary trash. Get a grip, everyone. Is it really important whose fault it is right now? Then we all are. Yes, but it's not. There is not but one dog to blame. Everyone stinks. Especially you. But both of you and I are given another chance by the shepherd. We are in debt, and it is our duty to repay it by bringing everyone back alive to shelter. Stop whining and prepare the sleds, my noble business associates. Wow, I didn't expect a display of such productivity directed fury from Dandelion out of all people. I'm still insanely worried about Cooper, but standing and doing nothing will serve nobody but the monsters, and I can hear another one already approaching. I'm too tired to use magic right now. Yeah, sorry, Leon. Reading makes me on. I was using too much of avian and feline, and I can still feel the impact of burning through Ungate, Surrey, and Canyon before this battle even started. Note, you've already used Rodent Mana Potion during Baxter's rescue. However, that alternative pass is still whip to be fixed in the future. So I guess it's, hey, if you use that, then you don't get to use it now, but if you did something else, like inspired him to help Aelin, then you get the bottle of this. But I wonder if I could still force myself through enough mana I haven't used yet. Grab and flick open a small, beautifully crafted decanter of the Rodent Mana Potion Max gave me as a gift earlier this evening. Crap. I wanted to see him so badly. I bring the bottle to my lips and take a big chug of the strong, earthy spirit. My throat burns and my ears tear up. Ears? I think it's supposed to be eyes, but I force it into my gullet. I'm not sure if they did an update between when this version came out and now, but yeah. Good print screen. Human, is that... You're getting blind drunk again. Finish it. Give me some more fire, or sparks, or something. I toss the remainder of the potion to Dandelion and rush at the incoming monsters, with my weapons tucked behind into my belt. I sink both my hands into the holding seal and take out 2 clay jugs of flammable oil, which I swing it in front of the beasts. Then, without skipping a beat, I sink my foot into the stone as well. Fishing out, toss up, and grab relic. A small metal cylinder with a ring pin at the top, which I bite into. No grenadier. Shout our attack! The 2 seals open in the pool of oil as Dandelion conjures stone poles to rapidly grind against each other as they sprout out of the rock floor, spewing hundreds of bright sparks. The oil bursts into flames right before hissing and mist spewing relic dives right into the heat. Oh, flare maybe? Farting again! And the moment it touches the flame, the mist it lets out instantly catches flame, turning into pitch black smoke, stinking like a cursed orgy of rot, feces, and overpowering spices. The one time we accidentally let one of those loose the shelter in the past, the dogs didn't want to go through that corridor for a week. I hope it's going to repel at least some of the monsters too. I don't think this particular relic is powered by mana, but I never miss a chance to yell shelter attack by throwing an ancient invention. And it works, at least for the time being. I can hear the furious roars of monsters, but they are at least scrambling, confused, and angry. However, this is not going to work on all of them, and definitely not the flying ones. I see a shadow swooping down from the sky in the direction of the other dogs. I can't let it happen. And I also have another ping on Discord. What is going on with Discord today? It's maybe 10 pings today. I grab my bone mace and jump after the beast, driving the long spike of my weapon into its thigh, bringing both of us to the ground. It turns around and roars at me, but before it can jump at me, another one of Dandelion's wearer's models drives right through its chest. Dandelion's battle shout describes it as a great sword crafted by some less-known Solarian smith, specifically less pricey than the Cloud Piercer, but impressive nonetheless. I hear a loud explosion of a relic finally bursting from the heat. The dark, stinky cloud spreads in a disgusting wave all the way to where I stand, making me gag and keep my eyes shut. Do I hear the monster rushing at me? Damn it! I knew some of them would be unaffected. I ready my weapon and force myself to look, but I only catch a glimpse of 2 fast-approaching glowing eyes before I'm forced to close my eyes again from the overwhelming pain. Okay, tear gas. I shout, waving my weapon blindly in front of me. I hear a roar. The heavy steps are too close. Are so close I can feel the stone by my feet trembling. I wind up my whole body for the desperate swing, but the smoke in my lungs makes me cough and reel, and then suddenly I lose my footing. I'm being dragged over the stone and then tossed into the air. I fall, but I'm still moving. I keep coughing, struggling to catch a single breath, but finally it gets easier. I force myself to open my teary eyes again, and I can see Cooper's body beside me, and Dandelion holding him still on the big sleds. The smoke-shrouded battlefield grows distant behind us. Made it. Now, I don't know how long this is. Let me just... Because this could definitely be the thing where I'm like, and that's the end of this Let's Play, because that's the end of a thing. And then all of a sudden it goes... And then the next Let's Play is, we made it. And then starts and then goes, nope, no, that's it. I think we're just going to keep going. Sorry for that cut, but this is a message from a wolf from the future! That's being about, an hour 30 minutes with some chicken nuggets. So, this episode it turned out to be a long one, so I'm cutting it into because it's a long one. So, yeah, sorry. You'll have to wait till, I guess, tomorrow. So that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, cause I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and together is epic grow. And please remember to spay and neuter your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newer versions earlier, then you can go to their Patreon. And until next time, on Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix the Shelter. Wonder what's gonna happen. Do people live? Do people die? Are there more monsters? Who knows? All I know is that there's... Well, I do know stuff, but anyways, I have to play coy. There's just at least 30 minutes more of this, and then extra, I guess. So, thanks and see ya.